Alright, quick update on NEAR. So a lot of these altcoins are bouncing on the daily. You can see NEAR is up almost 4% as of the time of recording this. But has anything changed? Let's talk about what's going on right now. So on the daily time frame, you can still see, even from yesterday, we are putting in lower lows. So unfortunately, we are still in a downtrend. Even daily time frame, nothing has changed whatsoever. The bears are still in control of the squeeze bomb. And to be honest, if this was the point of inflection where we were to see a reversal, at least as of the time of recording this, we're not seeing the volume coming in to support this being a breakup. So with that being said, I do think the breakdown is more likely. I think a lot of people are getting excited because Bitcoin has moved up 1% today, not even 1%, 0.9, and we have at least temporarily, like I can't speak of what happens in the next 4 to 8 hours. Obviously you do not need to get above it the first time you come in and test it. You can actually see a lot of the time we come up into it, get rejected, have another rejection on the candle, and then you start pushing up. I mean, it can take a day to get above these, so don't be surprised if Bitcoin kind of chills out for a bit, and then we might push up to 30,000. I personally do not see us really pushing above 30,000, and if we do, we could see a wick up to like 30.4 before coming back down. I've been very adamant that I think Bitcoin is more likely to break down in the short term. I'm a huge Bitcoin bull. I think it's going to do, I think it's going to millions in the future, but at least at this moment in time, I do think lower price targets are probably more likely. That being said, we have found a nice bit of support on the 1 hourly EMAs. We are still channeling to the upside, so I don't think $30,000 would be off the table in the short term. That being said, even though NEAR is, or to be fair, NEAR is backtesting the hourly EMAs, I really don't put any weight whatsoever in the hourly EMAs, and this is why you can see fake out, fake out, fake out. It's just non-stop fake outs in the hourly time frame. In fact, it's more fake outs than actual valid price action. So I'd be looking at the 4 hourly for my preferred flip over here on NEAR, and what you can see right now, from the low to the high, we have tried to backtest the 786 fib. We have slipped below it a tiny bit, which is kind of indicative that we don't have too much strength in the market right now. 4 hourly, we have got a rejection from the 4 hourly EMAs. We are seeing a tiny bit of selling volume stepping in as we have got rejected from these EMAs. All in all, we do not have the buying volume coming in at this moment in time to support this breakout, in my opinion. This doesn't mean that in the next day or so we can't do something like an inverse head and shoulder, and obviously if that volume starts to step in, then I'd have a different tone, but at least at this moment in time, I'm unfortunately not seeing anything reminiscent of a breakout trade over on NEAR. In fact, I see the opposite. Quite recently, we were within this triangle pattern. If you look at it on the daily, you can see that, the wicks do quite well, the candle body closes do quite well to find this one. You extrapolate the pole over from the bottom up down there to the top, and if you drag this price target down, this would be predicting a $1.36 NEAR. That would be brutal, and this is just the price target of the what's it called, sorry, this is just the price target of the bearish pennant breakdown. I'm not saying that is my target. I've actually been more adamant that I think that we're not going to go down that hard, because I do think NEAR has at least good fundamentals. Obviously, that doesn't really mean anything in a bear market. The last bear market I was in, 2017, even the cryptos with good fundamentals got slaughtered. So don't think your altcoin is safe just because it's got good fundamentals and it's revolutionizing the blockchain. I've seen meme coins, outperform some blue chip cryptos going into bear markets. Most of the time that is not the case, though. Almost all of the shit coins got slaughtered and purged in the last cycle, and I think something like that will be happening this cycle, and only the strong will survive. At least at this moment in time, we still have lower lows, we still have lower highs. We've backtested the 786, and we are just holding support at the 786 Fibonacci. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if we can have a bounce over the next weekend, over the weekend or so, but I really would not be betting any money that we would kind of be breaking super bullish. I think potentially we could have a little relief rally coming in tomorrow for the altcoins, but you look at the general markets, the Bitcoin dominance is exceptionally bullish, the dollar's exceptionally bullish, and the stock market's bearish, and that probably means that if the stock market opens bearish on Monday, which I think it will, then probably Bitcoin is going to be open for the slaughter again. So be very, very cautious. Like I said, much lower price targets, much lower time frames. Bitcoin looks like it wants to break up to 30. I really don't see us breaking above 30. I could be wrong, but at least this is what I kind of think is panning out for near. So if you want a tiny bit of hopium, if you were looking for like a slight breakout trade, if you do take out these 4 hourly EMA ribbons round about $6.50, if you do push up, come back test them, you would be above the 618 and the 0.5 in the micro term. That would be a win in my books, but you would be looking for that flip, and you would be looking for a confirmed flip. We've been bearish since $16 on the 4 hourly EMAs, and we've poked our head above these twice, so don't be surprised if we come up, poke our head above the top of it, and roll back over. What you really need to see is push up, back test, break above the invalidation point. Until that happens, unfortunately, absolutely nothing has changed for near. So if you start seeing, you know, a flippening of the $6.50 region, so be it. We might be breaking bullish, and that would potentially be a good breakout trade, because hopping over to the daily, it seems like since the last impulse, I think your 618 target would be, yeah, your 618 is a decent level away. I wouldn't really see too much resistance coming in. So if you did take this breakout trade, bear in mind, I'm drawing the breakout trade from when the breakout trade would be confirmed. I'm not drawing it from where we are now. I'm not drawing it from if the second we poke our head above these EMAs, because you are not having a confirmed uptrend if you simply do this. If you watch this happen, and even if you watch it come all the way back up here, we are not bullish until you take out that invalidation zone where this line is. So obviously this is a hypothetical. We haven't had this price action yet. If you do have a break like this, $6.75 after back testing 650 could be an amazing breakout trade. I'm going to do a live stream in a bit. I hope that some of these start to flip and potentially have a breakout. I don't think that we are going to be experiencing massive runs up, but like I said, it would be interesting if we did. That's all I've got for near. As always, best of luck. Cowboy out. Peace.